All right. Hey. Oh, I knew there was something going on. All right. Oh, so it's been a day. Needed some time off to kind of recharge, so I'm back again. Work day, so it's going to be a shorter stream tonight. But we're going to get a couple hours in of Ghostwire Tokyo, see if we can maybe knock out a bit more of the side questing and stuff. Hoping for my longer stream days to kind of maybe wrap up the game as best as possible. I can't imagine that there's not much more of the game. I kid. I'm really enjoying the game. I just feel like the side missions have been kind of dragging. That said, the last stream we did with the middle school mission was amazing. For what it was. I mean, obviously, it's not like the most mind-blowing thing ever, but it was a very clear step up from a lot of the side questing that we've been doing so far in the game. Almost kind of what you would hope the game had been doing to begin with. Not every mission needs to be a spooky, scary one. Some are nice and should be wholesome, and some are kind of funny, like the poop ghost. But it was really nice to get a genuinely like, this is spooky, there's cursed, angry spirits type things happening in the game. Because not every spirit is going to be a good spirit. So, and having spirits that weren't just the visitors being spooky is pretty cool. I liked that it leaned more into, the school mysteries, and Hanako the toilet, is definitely one of the Japanese school mysteries. There's a ton of them. So, it would have been kind of cool to see maybe a little bit more of that. But, unfortunately, I know there's some references, like they did reference Kisaragi Station, which was the subway station, things like that. But it would have been kind of cool to see the game explore that a little bit more. But, that would have been where the potential for a Ghostwire 2 came in at, and we all know how that's going. So rest in peace, Tango Gameworks. May your spirit live on successfully somehow. But, So it's a shame. Maybe there will be a spiritual successor to Ghostwire Tokyo. That would actually be pretty cool. I'd like to see that. Or a spiritual successor to Hi-Fi Rush. Evil Within definitely could, have a spiritual successor. It itself already being a spiritual successor to the Resident Evil series. So just would have been nice to have seen Microsoft be more aware. And speaking of Microsoft as it is, so if you follow Maximilian Dude at all, he has a new video out about Killer Instinct and the failure of it being like how poorly managed it's been by Microsoft. Obviously he's not going to come around and like do major accusations and name names and stuff, but he definitely talks about how the sources that he hears, which he has closer connections to the industry than many people do. He personally helped work on the first KI in some fashion. It's definitely a sign from the things he's heard that there's not only not a KI sequel coming anytime soon, but Microsoft just kind of seems to not know what they're doing with the IP anyway, which is a really, really big shame, because this kind of highlights a continued issue with Microsoft of not knowing what to do with the gold that they have. They love buying gold. They're just not very good at doing anything with it. So that's it's kind of a depressing, as somebody who's a Killer Instinct fan, a really big Killer Instinct fan. It was a huge disappointment to watch that video, because I know how much it hurts Maximilian, because it hurts him as much as it hurts me, because we're both big fans of the game and the franchise, and like I'm like many kids who grew up in the 90s and early 2000s and had a big connection to Rare. I mean, I was a Nintendo kid. I mean, I liked Sega and Sony, sure, but like Nintendo got to me first, and Rare was a big part of why. And it's just, I remember when Killer Instinct first came out in the arcades, it blew me away. Like, I had never seen a game that looked like it and played like it and sounded like it. And everything about Killer Instinct just screamed to me, this is a premium fighting game. And it combined elements of two of my favorite fighting games, which were Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. I got a lot of satisfaction out of playing the game. I mean, it had a lot of criticism. The combo system was not the best. I mean, it was a great idea at the time, to make the game feel more interactive, like you were actually fighting. But the combo system definitely had its flaws. And people were like, "Oh, it's a dial-a-combo type of thing, right?" Because you couldn't like manually string together combos as easily as you could just figure out the right combinations of button taps, right? But Killer Instinct had one thing at the time that a lot of fighting games just did not, which was presentation. It's one of the reasons why Primal Rage still kind of resonates with kids that grew up during that time, because Primal Rage is just, at the end of the day, is not a very good fighting game. I mean, it's definitely got its fans for sure, but like, it's a very poorly designed game from from a player starting the game for the first time approach. It's easily one of the worst fighting games by by concept, because you have to hold the buttons and then push the sticks around. And later revisions of the game kind of tried to smooth it out and make it more like a traditional fighting game, but the damage was done. Primal Rage is just a very awkward game to play, but it's a really cool game to play because it's dinosaurs and they're fighting each other and there's blood, and there's fatalities and farts and all that other dumb stuff, right? It's cool. You get to be a 100-foot tall gorilla beating the crap out of a satanic T-Rex. Like, it's absolutely awesome. And it looks fantastic because the design of the game is actually stop motion animation. Like, there's documentaries out there showing how Atari actually created this game. And yeah, all of the animation, all of the things that you see in the game, it's all actual film digitized sets with digitized stop motion animation, like dinosaur puppet things. Like, it's amazing what they did, right? And it's, you just don't see games like that ever. I mean, there was a handful of games that had that aesthetic back in the 90s. You almost never see anything like that anymore. It's just, even today, there's nothing on the market that looks like Primal Rage, which is crazy, right? Because like, it's a cool design. Even done through CGI, you just don't see anything like, or standard computer graphics, they should say. You just don't see anything like Primal Rage. And that's the reason why it sticks in people's heads. It just stood out so much. Killer Instinct had that in spades. Killer Instinct was the same way. It had that unique, rare, like Silicon graphics look to it, like Donkey Kong Country and a lot of other games at the time. But like, it just, there was a rare look to CGI that they made, and kind of like how Nintendo CGI had a certain look to it too. Like the N64 era of CGI, I hate to say it, I'm kind of nostalgic for it. Even if I know it looks a little dumb sometimes, I still kind of like it. I find the current versions of the Nintendo characters to be a little too clean. I liked the older, like, more imperfect designs. Like Wario definitely has taken a step back, in my opinion. But that said, yeah, Killer Instinct, being that element of rare that wasn't Banjo-Kazooie or Donkey Kong, was just cool, right? And it's just, to see what's happened to Rare, to see how poorly managed they've been by Microsoft. I'm sure that the people who work for those, all those employees and stuff, I'm sure they were like, whatever, it's a job. But from like a nostalgic point of view, and just watching what happened to the studio after Microsoft acquired them, it's like, they went from one of the greatest development studios that a company could want to kind of nothing. I mean, it's not like they haven't put out stuff, and some of it's actually been kind of cool. I mean, the Viva Pinata series is kind of neat and stuff, but like, we have to like kind of start digging back to like the 360 era for Rare to really seem like they're making a difference publicly. Lately, it's like, okay, well, what's Rare been doing? Well, there was Rare Replay. Okay. I wish that had kind of been ported to more platforms, to be honest, but okay. What else? Well, there's Sea of Thieves, obviously. And that's kind of really it. I mean, yeah, Rare's been kind of helping out behind the scenes, so to speak, and things like that. Their name isn't even slapped on the new KI. That's Iron Galaxy, is the big studio for developing that. And then obviously Iron Galaxy left and there was other, people working on it. But, it's crazy to me that you don't see a giant Rare logo all over Killer Instinct. It just feels wrong. But Killer Instinct to 2013 is a fantastic fighting game. It's easily one of the best fighting games in the industry. 10 years later, it is still in the top 5. Actually, you know what? I'm going to even go any further than that. I'm going to say it right now. Killer Instinct is in the top 3 best fighting games of all time. That's how good Killer Instinct 2013 is. It is an amazing fighting game. It's easy to get into. There's tons of ways you can play the game. It's very well balanced. It's amazing to look at and play. Everything is responsive. It has some of the best netcode in the industry. Obviously the audio is, Mick Gordon's soundtrack is great. It's not quite to my taste. I would like to have felt a little bit more of that old school, like hip hop rave stuff that was going on with the OG. But I mean, still, it's amazing. Like every track that he put out was a banger. The stuff by Cell Dweller and stuff. I mean, like they're all great. But like, yeah, to see 10 years have passed, and plenty of opportunities for. I mean, there was the Bring Back KI campaign, 5 years ago, which is just crazy to me that it's been 5 years now, and it's just nothing. Perfect Dark was announced as a reboot like what 3-4 years ago. Nothing. It's just Microsoft just has these franchises that just do nothing, and it's just a shame. They're just very, very, very bad at managing what they have. That was my biggest fear with the Activision thing. A lot of people were worried about like, Call of Duty and all, but it's like, no, the problem is Microsoft can't even handle the studios they've bought. They can't even handle that. And you think they're going to do okay with Activision Blizzards? No way. No, it's not. That's not happening. So, I don't know. I don't know the future of any of this kind of stuff, but it's just a real shame to see that a game like Killer Instinct. I mean, even if they did decide, oh yeah, today we're going to start making a Killer Instinct, who's going to make it? Right? Like Rare isn't built for that kind of stuff anymore. They don't put out anything really. They maintain Sea of Thieves. Like they haven't that Everwild as they're not even close yet. They've rebooted it like twice. Okay, fine. So it's like, what other studios are really available to do it right now? You'd have to make one. So by the time you get everything off the ground, whether you do a contract with another company or make your own studio, you're looking at a game that with current development times for AAA budget games is like, what? At least 5 years. Well, we're already halfway to the current gen, roughly. So you're looking at a game that at best would come out, 2-3 years into the next console that Microsoft makes. Like that's nuts, right? It's just, the whole situation is just very frustrating to witness. So I don't know. It makes me sad to see the like, we're in an industry that is currently embracing a lot of nostalgia baited remakes and stuff, and kind of dipping back into the self-reflection of like, here we are now. What are the things we don't like about the industry now that we did then? What made us excited about then that we're not getting now? And you're kind of starting to see, players, but developers for sure, kind of like dipping back to the well and just being like, okay, yeah, we got all this monetization stuff, but like, what's really getting people interested about gaming? What's making them excited? And, I don't know. I mean, there's a tremendous amount of intellectual properties, from companies that it just feels like they don't really like to return to that well very often or at all. And you think they should, because like, maybe not everyone's a winner. Like, I don't expect that Microsoft's going to resurrect Jet Force Gemini and that's going to be $1 million. No, realistic expectations, right? But like Banjo-Kazooie is huge. It's not really like the biggest game ever, but like it's a game that has it's an IP that is established that gets people excited. And if you don't, if you need any proof of that, just look at how the reception for Donkey Kong Country style characters and Banjo-Kazooie being added to Smash Brothers, right? People went literally banana, like they went fucking apeshit over that trailer with Banjo-Kazooie. It's a great trailer, but like, yeah, people got super excited by that. Conker's Bad Fur Day, not necessarily a game that would sell better than Banjo-Kazooie if Banjo-Kazooie got a new game, but like, people still remember that, right? It was a very controversial game for its time. Would it be better today? I don't know, but the fact that a game like that doesn't even get the chance now is a shame, right? And there's tons and tons of games from back in that era, PlayStation 2 and earlier, of, weird, quirky, interesting, cool ideas. That like here's one, Einhander. Square Enix, for some crazy ass reason, decided when they were making PlayStation games, they were like, hey, you know what? let's make a side-scrolling shooter, right? Like a shoot 'em up. Like what? The company that makes RPGs was like, yeah, you know what? We should make a shoot 'em up. And you know what? It was a banger. It was awesome. They also made a fighting game, not one but two fighting games. They made Toll Ball number 1 and number 2. One of the few games on the PlayStation that runs at 480i. 60 frames a second, 480i. Are they the most fantastic fighting games ever? No, they're not really that mind-blowing. But they're cool, right? And Square took a chance on that. Square was like, you know what? Let's take the Final Fantasy RPG and we'll turn that into a strategy game. It created the fucking banger of Final Fantasy Tactics, one of the best games ever made, right? Ogre Battle, eat your heart out. You know, it's just nuts to me that, like, now that's like a niche thing. Why isn't there a new Final Fantasy Tactics? You know? And these games don't necessarily require massive giant budgets. They just require the money to get the vision done. And the vision doesn't have to be insane. Like, nobody's asking for a new Banjo-Kazooie that makes Mario look like a joke, right? People just want a fun game to play with Banjo as the main character. Banjo-Kazooie is the main character. It's not like people are like, yeah, let's reinvent the wheel. They just want something fun to do. That Astrobot trailer that Sony did, I keep going back and watching it because I'm looking at this kind of astounded that Sony is making this game. You know, I'm buying it. Partly because I want to support more games like that being made in the industry, but also because it looked really fun. Like, every game you see coming out now is like, in a world where everything went to fucking hell and there's horrible shit everywhere. You're a sad guy on a mission. And it's like, okay, you know, maybe a little bit of goofy fun would be nice. Occasionally a break from that, something happy, you know? So yeah. You know, give me the big giant fun boss battles and the wacky levels and the goofy like sometimes that's just nice to have. You know, there was a point in the gaming industry 10 to 15 years ago at least, you know, where there was so many different types of games to play. And not like, I don't mean in terms of sheer volume, but sheer choice. Like, you used to have multiple NFL games to play. You know, like, sports titles had competition. You know, you had NFL Game Day, NFL whatever, right? Like, pick an acronym or pick a subtitle, right? NHL, NBA, you know, like college. Like, you had all this stuff. You had everything from the arcade goofy stuff, the stuff for little kids, to the complete super hyper sim stuff, and everything in the middle. You had Konami putting out like Winning 11, which is like a horse racing game. You know, you had the train, you know, stuff like making, you know, like you could, you know, create trains and ride them around and stuff. You just had tons of that kind of like goofy, weird shit. It didn't sell great, sure, because those are kind of niche audiences for some of that stuff, but like, it existed. You had a choice. You could play them, right? How many soccer games exist anymore from different companies? It's like, does Konami even make soccer games anymore? I don't even know, right? Is there just FIFA? Like, we just reached this weird point of consolidation with a lot of stuff in the industry, and it's like, can we stop that? Can we like go the other way where there's like a million? Like, I would love to play a new Tecmo Super Bowl. Remember that game? People used to fucking lose their shit over Tecmo Super Bowl, man. It was awesome. I mean, to be fair, their transition to 3D wasn't that great, and that's one of the reasons why that franchise stumbled in, you know, a little bit. But hey, how about, I don't know, a new NFL Blitz? That'd be kind of fun to play. You know, I'm just saying, like, you know, even racing games, like, where's NASCAR 2024? Right? Or just anything like that. Rally Championship 2024 or something, right? Like, these things just don't exist. Or if they do, you barely see them. Maybe on PC? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's amazing to me that we're at this point in the industry where budgets are bigger than ever, games are getting even crazier, and there's more games coming out than ever before. And yet when you look at like, well, what can I buy with this money that I have for these games? And you're looking at the variety of games and you're like, I guess I don't have much choice, right? It's like walking into a McDonald's, you know, or any kind of burger place, you know, and looking at the menu, and they have 1 million cheeseburgers, but only one actual cheeseburger. You know what I mean? Like, there's no variety. It's all the same fucking thing, but there's a ton of them. You know, it's just a weird thing to think about right now if you think about it. Because yeah, I mean, fighting games are kind of the same way. There's really not a lot of fighting games, and there are, in a way. Actually, there's probably more. Like, here's the funny thing: there's probably more fighting games right now. I know a lot of them haven't been doing the greatest. A lot of like them's fighting herds and stuff like that have been kind of but like there's probably more like variety of fighting games right now than there's been in a while. And there's probably more variety of fighting games than there are in actually a lot of other genres right now. Like your ability to access, let's say, we'll go back 5 years. Over 5 years of game releases in the fighting game, genre. You actually are not star for choice. There's actually quite a few fighting games you can play right now that are fairly modern. Everything from obviously Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, Killer Instinct and stuff like that. But then you got like them's fighting herds and Skullgirls and some of the like more niche ones and stuff like that, right? And there's a bunch more on the rise, and even some of the ones that are again more niche, low budget. So ironically, fighting games are kind of in a good spot. But I mean, even there, it's dominated by the same big titles. But like that's kind of how fighting games have always been, to be honest. So I don't know. I'm ranting. I'm getting kind of in a ranty mode right now. But like that's just it's kind of something I've been thinking about lately with games. Nintendo's kind of like that too right now, and you don't really think about it much because Nintendo puts out like a game a month. It feels like. But if you've kind of noticed with Nintendo, and it's been going on even before the Switch, is Nintendo has been heavily relying on a handful of their major IP, and then occasionally tossing all the other IPs they've been releasing a bone, and not even really that deep. Like Nintendo's IP strategy right now is very wide, but it's very shallow. So like, there's a ton of games that are like, like, oh, we'll bring out Zelda, Mario, Pokemon, but there's like 8 different types of Pokemon, Zelda, and Mario games. But then you're like, hey, Nintendo, maybe bring out like, I don't know, a new F-Zero. And they're like, yeah, no, yeah, we could totally do that. We'll bring out this F-Zero 99. Don't get me wrong, F-Zero 99 is actually really good. But people were kind of hoping for like, I don't know, a sequel to F-Zero GX or something like that. Metroid kind of the same way. Metroid, I'm surprised getting a little bit of a heartbeat back, and it's it's nice, but let's be honest, it's kind of been a while, right? Like Metroid Dread came out a couple years ago. It's a good game. I don't know if it's the best side-scrolling Metroid game, but when was the last one before that? Besides Federation Force, which is, we don't talk about that. That'd be Metroid Prime 3, right? And that was on the Wii. So it's like, there's been a lot of time between Prime 3, right, and Metroid Dread. And then, of course, they announced Metroid Prime 4 like a year into the Switch's life, and we're about to hit the Switch 2, and there's still no Metroid Prime 4. They did bring out Metroid Prime Remastered, which is amazing, especially considering it could be even better. I mean, it is kind of held back a little bit by the Switch hardware. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of nuts where we're at right now. So I don't know. I should probably switch the thing to just chatting for these kind of rants, huh? Oh man. But yeah, I mean, like Nintendo's like that. Yeah, Kid Icarus and many. I mean, Nintendo has a very deep war chest of IP, and it's amazing to me that they're so stingy about using them sometimes. Even things you think would probably be kind of nice to do. Like, for example, Kid Icarus on the 3DS, it doesn't need a remake or remaster or anything like that. Just bring it out on the Switch and fix the controls. Right? It's a great game, but like, oh my god, the controls on the 3DS you're gonna destroy your hand. I had fun playing it, but it definitely was the really weird control scheme. It literally is so weird that it comes in a big box with its own little stand and like this custom thing. It's so weird. But it's a great one. It's a great one. There's also, I mean, dude, there's a ton of 3DS games, honestly, that could definitely use some porting to the future. 3DS is a fantastic handheld. And 3DS is actually a really good example of where Nintendo was a bit more open to kind of being a bit more experimental. This is the handheld side of Nintendo that I really liked. Something that is just not. It's not something you're seeing as much on the Switch. But to be fair for Nintendo, they barely went into the red a little bit with the Wii U, which is a huge embarrassment to their company and honor and shame if I know Japan. Come on. Anyways, dumb meme aside, they definitely seemed like they had been stingier on the Switch. So they're raking in the money, but it feels like they're mostly using it to stockpile a war chest, instead of kind of putting out their development teams to, because like they were like, oh yeah, now that we've combined our handheld and console, gaming sides, we'll be able to do blah blah blah, and it's like it doesn't seem like that's what's actually happening, but it doesn't seem like they're making more games or bigger games. It seems like their output is basically the same, so minus a handheld. So maybe for them it's better, but for the consumer, I'm not seeing the benefit. So I don't know. Sega's another company that has a war chest of intellectual properties, and here you go, yet another Sonic game. They barely use the IP they have, and they have announced that new initiative, and I'm gonna be honest, they definitely have my attention with it. That Shinobi game looks fucking amazing. I'm actually really excited to see how they're going to go with that. That's that I think it's Way Forward is doing that one. Or no, it's the team that did the Streets of Rage 4, game. And Streets of Rage 4 is amazing, by the way. But it definitely looks really good. And I mean, I'm not sure about the Golden Axe one. That seems like it's very early from what they showed. But there's the Crazy Taxi game, which that's cool. It's just, but Sega has so much more than that. I think Sega, I mean, you might argue Sony or Microsoft, sure, but like, in my opinion, the only other company that comes close to being able to rival Nintendo as like the quote unquote Disney of the industry is Sega. Sega's IP legacy from the 80s, 90s, and now up till now is just, the potential is staggering for what Sega could do. If the company was a genuinely well managed company, I could see them standing at the top of the industry. Well, probably behind Nintendo, but like in terms of what they could produce with their own IP, and their own studios, because Sega used to have some of the best studios in the industry, and unfortunately, of course, as we all know, that's not the case anymore. But yeah, I mean, Sega went from a company that was at the forefront of software development to creating some very crappy Sonic games, to be honest, and many other games that just weren't that great. I mean, they got some good shit, I won't lie. Sonic Mania is great, but like, that wasn't really them so much as just finding people who did good and then, contracted them. So, and the people that made Sonic Mania went off to make like Penny's Big Breakaway or whatever, which isn't Sega. So it just shows you the state that Sega's kind of been in. They're not. They're just a shadow, not even a shadow of their former self. So yeah. So that's me ranting about stuff for now. So and apparently GTA is going to skip PC for a while, which is a bummer. But nobody should be shocked at that. Nobody should be shocked at that. So okay. Let's see here. So we need to swap stuff around. Whoa. Minimize that. All right. Let's get back to playing video games. Video games. Yeah, it's just something that's just been a real shame. Like, I wish Sega was still around making consoles. I really do. Okay, just trying to get my bearings again. Where are we? We got the tin goldfish over there. I'm over here. Okay.
Gonna be some real work to save them all.
Let's see. Phone trade-in flyer now accepting old, used public telephones at any condition. Edward. Busy boy. What? You didn't catch that? No, not happening. Something up here.
Gotta move! How's this?
I'll show you how it's done.
Whoa. Got one of those down there. Gonna make that run. The rain stopped.
Whoops. Too bad. Let's shut him up.
Crazy when you realize how crammed Japan is, that their cemeteries are like, and all their buildings, like, look at how close these building designs are. This is normal in Japan.
Hey, quit it. Let's do it!
like that's a place we might have to go into at some point. Just get those guys out of the way. Oh. Yeah, I'm not waiting for that to happen. It's not much, but something. We got 30 skill points. What do we spend all our money on? We got the one Megatama. I don't really get to use the aerial quick purge much, though. I'm actually just going to get this to speed it up.
I can feel the power.
What's in here that I was getting hand waved at?
So many people.
Wow, that is way faster. Here you go, Preschool applications are open. Our new bug catching and bug raising programs will help your child grow strong through repeated failures. What a way to say that. It's crazy. Well, that was cool. Always, you know, that little hand that's waving is always cool and creepy at the same time. It's like it's obviously trying to tell you something. It feels weird when it does that. That's where it went.
Hey, you saved your boy.
Thank you, KK. Everything I heard about you was right.
That's all Akito. He's the one who did the legwork.
I see. Thank you. I can finally relax.
The pleasure was all mine.
I really wanted to be able to finish that quest off, so I'm happy. Happy I did. Really, cat? Hey there, human. I didn't get any of this stuff yet, did I? Crazy. Alright. Well, before I get back into this again too deep, I gotta take a pee real quick. I don't know why, just maybe too much coffee. I'll be right back. Love this song. Da da da. Bum bum ba dum bum bum. Anyways, let's get back to the game. Alright, so we finished that off. Let's see. We could do that side mission. I think this is ultimately the one we should be doing. I think we're gonna head that way. Tengu over there.
There!
That looks like Nitan Momen. It doesn't seem like it's too worried about us. Just chase after it. Try to keep up until it stops. Starting to get into the mind of the yokai?
No. I wouldn't say that.
I already did all that. See what kind of luck we get. For a limited time,
That's
your
about
hit
right.
points will not decrease beyond critical level. Okay. This takes me back out here though, but suppose we could do that one. That's, I mean, that's kind of out of the way anyway, so.
You see all kinds of stuff in the forest.
Not necessarily a good thing, you know?
Make it stop! There's this banging coming from deep in the forest. It's the sound of a ritual and it friggin' killed me!
Okay.
Man, why did this have to happen to me of all people?
I know, man. It's
That is
terrible.
Inushi no Kokumairi. Hammering a nail into a straw doll. Legend has it, if someone does it for 7 days without being spotted, it'll curse the person tied to the doll. Long as that doll's around. That guy's stuck here. And on top of that, now we gotta cleanse the doll, or the area will be cursed too.
Time to look for that straw doll then.
Okay.
Sound of hammering. Getting close.
There we go.
Let him have it! Fire away!
Ish.
Okay, back to work. Now let's purge her and clean up the corruption.
Back off.
Why'd you curse that guy? Did he do something to you?
The man mocked my birthmark. He told everyone about it and they left.
I mean, that
But
sucks.
you didn't
but
have to curse him, did you?
Second she cursed him, she turned into a monster. That's why curses cut both ways. Time to put her out of her misery.
That noise finally stopped. Thank you. But why curse me?
Do you remember a girl with a birthmark?
No, I don't think so. Is that who cursed me?
Maybe you forgot, but she sure as hell didn't. Said you made everyone laugh at her birthmark. It consumed her, and in her hatred, she cursed you.
teasing is no reason to curse a guy. I mean, I friggin' died because of that?
You weren't the only victim. The curse turned her into a specter, too. Curses are a vicious cycle, so try not to hate her.
Hey, is she free from the curse, at least?
Yeah, we sorted it out.
Okay, I'm glad. Thanks.
Wait, this seemed like a bad guy in the end. Can't go in that, can I? It does help me access all those shrines, but I really should clean up this bit over here first, so... Back to our original mission. And actually, is there a shrine over there we could just fast travel to? There is. No, actually, we're gonna do that one. And can I? If I can, okay, sweet. Detour. May as well just do this now.
Moved. Don't let down your guard. It's around. Can't let it get away. Stay sharp. Something's here.
Is it camouflage? It's gone?
No. It's here somewhere. Almost makes me feel like a decent person.
Oh, now I've done it. When you run a second-hand shop, sometimes you find objects with a history. That's how I got cursed by that diamond. Wound up like this. I can't even rest in peace.
So, where is this diamond?
We sold it without realizing what it was. The customer who bought it died in an accident on her way home. I heard the diamond was laid at her gravesite.
At her gravesite? Oh. That'll corrupt the whole damn cemetery.
What'll happen if it's corrupted?
Gonna be a lot more souls who can't pass on. Just like you.
Isn't there something you can do? You have to find that diamond and cleanse it. Please!
Just keeps getting better.
But we can't just ignore it.
I mean, can't we? Alright. Where does he want us to go? Okay. Up there. Alright, it does happen to kind of be by the shrine we want to go to anyway. That's a good sound.
Looks like visitors are attracted to the corruption. We've got to be getting closer to that diamond. That's all of them. The crows are going crazy. They must have been drawn by the corrupted diamond. This must be it.
There it is.
Now we cleanse it. It's cleansed, but it could still happen again. Better take it with us.
We're not gonna get cursed by it, are we?
Wait! Don't take my precious away!
Guess we know who owns the diamond. They got you killed. Time to move on.
You don't understand. I can talk to Jules.
Okay.
It was languishing in that shop, just waiting for me to rescue it. No gem is simply cursed by nature. They're just highly resonant with human emotions. Human greed and envy are what corrupt them. I promise I won't do anything to corrupt it again. Just let me look after my precious diamond.
You're probably the best one for the job. I suppose you can hang on to it.
Thank you for understanding. As long as it's with me, I'll never be alone.
Well, that's not exactly how I expected it to end.
Me neither. But at least that shopkeeper can rest in peace now. Sensing a strange energy.
And stay down. You okay?
You're a regular ghost hunter now.
Oh, what's this?
Azukirai Netsuke. When the wind carries a song from the directions of unused well, stay well away. Enjoy Doomsday. I will.
Me too.
Yeah, really got nothing there, cat. do you get up there then?
Wonder what this is.
Shuriken, blade of projectiles made famous by their ninja wielders. Jesus, man. I should have just used the other things.
Good. Now to help more. Defend yourself. You can't avoid the hit. You're running out of juice. Heal up. Let him have it.
Prayer beads are powered up to level 2. Okay, so we got that whole area is now cleaned out. Yeah, I guess that is the edge of the map. Wait, didn't we do that one? So where's the wish it would tell you where to return. Would be nice, you know, just for like completionist's sake to kind of. Like, where was that about? The hell is going on over there?
Something's here!
That thing's no small fry. Ow! You okay? Let's see how much they can take.
Got them in our sights.
Get him!
Come at me then!
Wasn't much defense in that gate. Prosperity beads? What these do? I have no idea what I'm doing every time I do that.
You nuts?
There's so many Torii gates on this side. Alright. We only have the one left on this side, and we have this mission here that needs to be done. So let's go back to our original thing. I need to go here.
Easy peasy.
You're on fire, kid.
Did the party just get bigger?
Guess the secret's out. I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Why do I have that one equipped?
Good moves there, kid.
Transfer some spirits. I want to see the prayer beads. Doubles the amount of... Oh. There might be something to have in the future. So I need one more Megatama.
I need to heal up first.
Quit it.
We have to find the others out there.
Boys mind lending me a hand with something?
And here we go.
There's a place I need you to check out. It might not have anything to do with the current situation, but...
We haven't got time for this.
fair enough.
So, where is it then?
You're gonna help?
Kid's gonna make us either way. So out with it.
He's got good instincts. What do you need us to check out?
Thanks, I really appreciate it.
Where is this? Okay. Just fast travel over there.
All stocked up now.
Gotta move!
You're starting to show some potential. Hey, I think you're strong enough for a new skill. I'll let you decide what to go for.
Hey, there's a girl.
That's...
She disappeared.
Follow her psychic trail.
All flesh must one day return to nothing. And so too to the wind.
Maybe she was worried about something.
She's around. Can't let it get away. spectral vision. Might help track its movement. Sensing a strange energy. You get anything good?
I guess.
Man. Place used to be overrun with teamers.
What the? How did I get all the way over there by accident?
What's a teamer?
Huh. Let's just say they were troublemakers.
Archery beats 3. Now it's snowing.
Left themselves wide open.
Wow. One shots him now.
We can still save more.
商品のご案内です。
私の右腕が務まる。この時間ない。急な勝ち込みにもこれ一つ。
What the hell is that thing? Wow. Archery is kind of broken.
I came shopping here with Mari before.
Sounds like you were a good brother. This is tedious.
Let's keep watching. Something over there.
They're everywhere. Finish them off.
Blood and Succession, a recording left behind by Ed, wherein he discusses Erica.
This recorder looks like one of Ed's. Why would it be here? And what was up with that girl?
Rinko's department. Let's get back to her.
So how'd it go? You find anything?
The only thing we found was this voice recorder.
I see.
Saw Erica, but she disappeared quick. What was that place?
That was where Erika found her first stray cat. It was our emergency meeting point if anything bad ever happened. I was hoping that I could figure out what she was doing during the fight.
I haven't seen her since we got separated.
It's alright. Sorry to send you two out for nothing.
Let us know if anything else comes up.
I just might take you up on that. Thanks.
So weird mission. So all of that for that, and that was it. It's a letdown. Where am I? This one's actually close by.
I'm starting to think the rumors about the subway might be true.
There it is.
Supposedly, if you're the only passenger on the subway, it'll bring you to a stop that shouldn't exist.
I thought that was just an urban legend.
Yeah, but this is for real. My buddy and I were riding the subway together. I had to get off, and he was the last one on the train. And he never made it back home. It haunts me, wondering what could have happened to him.
A station that shouldn't exist. Interesting.
Worth looking into. Let's go check out the subway.
Okay. I think we did this kind of thing. That's a big boost.
one day return to nothing, and so too to the lingering souls of the fallen. However, why must all become nothing? Why do we think they cannot be saved? I do not seek power, nor the right of rule. I seek nothing but salvation. Salvation for all of you. I come bearing love. All I do stems from love. O vagrant souls, gather unto me.
Okay, yeah, we did do this. This is the subway area from before. Yeah, there's really no reason for me to be here. Especially because I need to be over here. We'll take the money though. I got a lot of money on that guy. I'll take the car. I guess we're going down the floors.
Look at them. It's like they're going to work or something.
Good. Now there's only one passenger.
Not sure that's how it's supposed to work.
Hey, I think our ride's here.
That was kind of a cool entrance.
We've come this far. Should see where it goes. Wonder if we count as a single person.
Why not? I'm just your chaperone.
Or maybe it's because toddlers ride for free.
Go on, say that again.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
what the?
God, that's not a jump
Starting to look like trouble.
scare. Oh no.
It stopped.
Let's get off.
Definitely see trouble outside.
This is definitely no ordinary train station.
Send Apple. I can't get out. The hell kind of station is this anyway? Send Apple, Apple, Apple. Need your Cosmic Brothers. I need you to install this code. Help me. This is definitely going to be a fight up here.
Corruption. It's evidence there's a buildup of emotions here. Need to purge it.
Email to wife. Hey, sorry, it looks like I won't be home for dinner. I kind of got off at the wrong station, so I'm not sure what time I'll get back. That is, if a train back ever shows up at all. I've been waiting for over 2 hours now. I guess it's time to call a cab. I'll keep you updated.
Where is it? Where did it go? I know it's still here.
Calm down. It's gonna be okay.
You guys have to run! It's gonna kill you!
Something's lurking nearby.
I knew this
If you
would be too
don't
easy.
do something about that monster, you'll never get out of here.
Tell us where it is.
Here, in the station.
the train leaving?
Someone, help me!
You have to get rid of the monster. It's gonna kill you!
That's it. That's the reason no one can leave.
Kick it! Tell me about it.
This whole station shouldn't even exist. About time you went back where you came from.
It's gonna kill you!
Oh, okay.
That was interesting. It's good to be back.
Looks like everyone stuck there made it out too.
None of this would be possible without you two. Thank you. I might be dead, but at least I made it back out of there. I'll take it.
I could never go back home again. Thank you so much.
Solo trip with a one-way ticket. Good time. But I'd pick a different station.
Sounds like some crappy 80s B-movie fluff to me.
Hey, those are classics for a reason. Get some taste.
So many people.
Wait, what? Sounded like a train was gonna show up again. Seeing if there's anything extra. But it doesn't look like there was, so. That's an interesting mission. I mean, that's basically Kisaragi Station. But I don't consider that one to be as good. Oh, there's the kid.
My friend finally made it back. It was a huge weight off my shoulders the second I saw him.
Alright, well that was nice. Let's pick Nesting Evil as the next one. That sounds kind of cool. And then that's probably going to be the last mission for the night, so I think that will probably be okay.
Huh? What's that?
What the hell?
Let him have it!
How's this? I need to heal up first.
Seems to have cleaned up the corruption. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Too bad.
You would never do that to me. My boyfriend, he killed himself. I just can't bring myself to believe it. I mean, we were planning to meet the day he did it. Someone planning to take their own life wouldn't make plans like that, right?
What do you think could have done it then?
Well, for his work, he had to go to this building where a lot of people have killed themselves.
Well, it's possible that a place like that could have cursed him.
Okay. Let's go check it out.
You get anything good?
I guess.
Must be this building. Let's find a way in.
How do you get in this place?
Feeling something strange around here. Search closely.
Huh? A yokai?
That was
Found it.
convenient.
We can get in through here.
You're next! Now you die and replace me!
Oh, we've got a fighter here.
Weird. What did it mean by replace me?
Yeah, that was strange. Still, just a specter.
Garake, a term referring to a style of flip phones unique to Japan, whose features followed a separate evolutionary path from the rest. I love that. Separate evolutionary path.
The living must trade places with me.
Didn't we just seal this guy?
Bizarre. Like they've all got curses on themselves. course it's locked. Let's see if we can find a key.
The curse is inescapable.
The curse is inescapable. I guess he's another victim.
Die already! Die! For my sake!
Think I get what's going on here.
Well, at least one of us does. I have no idea what's going on. That was happening. Dust-covered planner. I've been tasked with going to the suicide building. I hate it, but I drew the short straw. Gotta just get this over with. I don't want to be late meeting Sakura. Date with Sakura. Kagari, our usual spot.
You need to get out of here. The curse will kill you. Run.
You think this might be the spirit of that woman's boyfriend?
Maybe. But he's a specter. It seems like they're all cursed.
So there's no way to turn him back?
If it's a curse, we need to cut off the source.
He's above us.
Good. Let's track him down.
He's above us.
There!
Could be the source of the curse. After him. Come on. You really think you can hide from us? It's a trap.
Barely even put up a fight.
You tell him, Akito.
just read that that was going to be an arena.
So, it's you. You're the source.
To die here is to be bound to this place. Even in death, you cannot leave. To escape, you must kill.
Drop this scum now.
Look, it's that Spectre from before.
I guess the curse is gone now that that guy is out of the picture.
What happened here anyway?
That guy, he cursed anybody who died here. The curse stopped them from escaping until they killed someone else.
Wow. No wonder this place had so many suicides.
It was a revolving door of cursed souls.
Trust me, I wanted out of there. But I just couldn't bring myself to kill someone.
That's good of you, but you're keeping someone waiting.
What do you mean?
He's saying it's time for you to get some fresh air.
Ooh.
He finally came back to me. I can't thank you enough. We're finally together again. I'm so glad I never gave up hope.
I can't believe she waited for me this whole time. If I'd known that, I'm afraid I might have.
Don't think that way. I don't think you would have killed anyone.
Yeah. She waited for you because you're a good guy.
Maybe you're right. Thanks to you both.
What a way to end that. Alright, I want to say the original quest was like right around here, wasn't it?
This is bad. This is really bad.
It's a new.
Some people really nerd out over big steel towers like this.
Huh, you're kidding me. Come on.
No, really. I'm dead serious.
All right. Let's fast travel here. We're gonna. Let's see. We need to go. I suppose it doesn't really matter. So there we go. We're gonna go to the phone station. We're gonna save the game.
Feeling even stronger now.
Damn right. My power is yours.
Power is yours. Alright. I only have 20 skill points.
Use it well, kid.
Yeah. Alright. Okay. I think we'll swap on back over. Alright. So, not the longest stream. Just kind of a nice, quiet, chill stream. Let's see here. Why is my... Okay, is that working better? I think that's working a little bit. Nope, still not. How about now? Alright, there we go. Just fixing the mouth. Yeah. I think that's gonna wrap it up. So we're gonna call that a stream. Yeah. I need to use those soundboard things more. I have them, but yeah. Anyways, let's see. What is this one? Oh, yeah, it's that one. That's okay. Alrighty. Yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow. Or tonight, whichever you want to call it. Another smaller stream, and then we'll try and fit in some longer ones, Monday and Tuesday. But yeah, I'm having fun with the game. I just starting to drag all these side quests and everything. I mean, the game wants you to do them. I'm trying to find cool ones, but yeah, I think I might just start pushing more to just getting those tour gates done so that I can access the rest of the missions that are important to finishing out the story of the game. Because I think I've kind of had my fill. I mean, yeah, there's more stuff to do, but like, yeah, this is just one of those games where I think I've kind of seen everything the game has to offer that isn't the main story. So, I don't think there's really any missions that are going to top the middle school mission. I mean, that was pretty cool. This nesting evil wasn't bad, but like it's pretty basic, and a lot of these have been just cool idea, like the Kisaragi Station thing that could have been a lot more interesting. The subway ride thing quest we just did. But a lot of these quests are like this minor thing happened, and it's bothering me. Please do it. So a lot of these quests just ultimately feel like either fetch quests or an excuse for you to just fight some enemies and then be done. And the number of enemies that are unique is kind of not high. So, yeah, I just I think I'm kind of getting my fill of Ghostwire Tokyo. I do like the game. I really do. It is not a 10 out of 10, but I mean, it's a unique game with a unique premise. I just wish that there was more games like this, to be honest. But you know, take what you can get in this world. So, anyways, on that note, I'm pretty tired. It's been a very long week, especially with work and everything. So, I'm sorry I haven't been streaming more. And when I do stream, I'm just kind of ranty about bullshit. I really should just start put these ideas back into YouTube videos again, but that might take away from streaming time. It's hard to find a balance these days. But yeah, that'll do it for today. So we're going to wrap it up. As always, follow my Twitter. But I think tonight was a chill night. I only saw one viewer, it looks like, for most of the streams. So if anybody did pop in, thank you for doing so. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. So yeah, we're definitely going to be just starting to focus harder on missions tomorrow that are going to progress the story. If we happen to get sidetracked, I mean, we do, but I'd like to get the game finished this week. You know, basically in the next couple of days. I really do want to get started on Elden Ring, but I don't know. As cool as Elden Ring is, I'm not sure. Like, I was really excited about it, but I've been rethinking it a little bit. I mean, how much of the game is really just me running around doing stuff I'm already doing in this game? You know, I'm not sure. I might be getting a little burnt out on that. Just collecting a bunch of stuff. I don't know. But the thing is like, I've seen people play Elden Ring. It's not really like you're running around collecting things. You're exploring and just killing shit. That might be kind of fun, but a lot of the people I see playing this game are very familiar with Souls games, and they make it look a lot easier than it is. Especially because a lot of the people who are playing Elden Ring right now are people who have already beaten the game, and they're going back to it to kind of refresh themselves and get themselves prepped for the DLC. So it's like, you know, when you see people who don't even normally play these games on stream playing these games on stream, you kind of wonder, like, yeah. So, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. So it's lots of things to think about. Like, is playing Elden Ring going to help my viewership at all? I don't know. There's so many people that are going to be playing it. So many people are currently playing it, but especially towards the end of the month when the DLC comes out. I mean, like, you're going to look at all the streamer lists, and it's just going to be who's streaming, and you're going to be like, what are they streaming? And it's just going to say Elden Ring, Elden Ring, Elden Ring, Elden Ring, Elden Ring, Elden Ring, Elden Ring. So it's like, you know, is a tiny streamer like me going to even stand out among all that? I don't know. But I'm certainly not standing up and playing Ghostwire Tokyo either. So it's like, I don't know. What's the streamer game that gets streamers noticed? I don't know anymore. So I feel like discoverability on Twitch has been weird for me, because on one hand, I mean, I have 48 followers, and that's awesome. You know, that's 48 people who came to my stream and were like, you know what, I like this person, I'm gonna follow them, and that's awesome. I really, really do appreciate that. You know, 48 people isn't much in the scheme of things, but 48 people is a lot, considering that I started with nothing. And I haven't really been the best streamer. I mean, out of the year I've been streaming, well, back to streaming, I should say, but out of the year I've been back to streaming, I mean, I've only actually streamed about half a year of that, and not even really. So it's like, and I'm not the most consistent streamer or anything like that, so that doesn't help either. So yeah, absolutely, you know, and I'm a male VTuber, which is not exactly what people want. They want anime waifus, and that's not what male VTubers are. And I'm definitely not husbando anime guy. No himbos here. So yeah, it's weird. It's a strange journey I've been on. But yeah, not really sure what to do for growth next. And I'm just talking these things out loud on a VOD because, you know, stream, but that's going to be a VOD because I'm sure somebody's going to watch this. And if you do, toss some ideas. But just advice. Don't expect me to take it. I don't know. It may just be that the path to growth for me right now is to start focusing on outside of Twitch stuff. But I don't know. Like I said, Twitch, people say you can't get discovered on Twitch, but I don't think that's entirely true. I mean, there is a path. It's just finding that path and then, sticking to the path as it moves. It's like the path is a moving target. And you never know. You might be that one game away from a breakout, or it just might be that people get so used to sitting in a category. So, and that right there might be the advantage of a game like Elden Ring, is like sooner or later people are going to find you because you've been playing the game for over a month. People kind of get used to that comfort food of, you being the streamer they go back to. So, I don't think a game like Ghostwire is doing it, but I was kind of hoping maybe it'd pull in more viewers, but it didn't. And that's okay. That's okay. I mean, Stellar Blade pulled in a bunch of viewers, and that was cool. So, and really, I mean, it's just been Stellar Blade in this game since I've been back. So, yeah, it's quite the thing. If people didn't really care about either one of those, and that's the other thing about being a variety streamer is like, yeah, if you're playing a game that people don't like, they're not going to watch you, right? So, building an audience is harder because you don't have the same audience always coming back. It's going to be different people. So, and not everybody's going to like that. So, people who might like Stellar Blade may not like that, may not like Transformers or Bioshock or any other games I've played. So, and I've had people come in, like when I was playing Frostpunk, people were coming in and they were like, "Oh yeah, I play this game all the time. It's great." And then what ends up happening is like, they play through the stream with you, and then they're like, "Are you gonna play any more?" And I'm like, "Nope, I've had my fill." And they're like, "Oh, okay, well, see ya." So it's like, yeah, it's a little weird. But I want to be a variety streamer because honestly, I can't. I spent a lot of years playing the same game over and over and over again. Whether it was League of Legends or it was Smite or World of Warcraft or EverQuest or I'm at the point where I'm just kind of like, nah, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to have the forever game. I want to be able to play games until I've had my fill and then just dip. Just get the fuck out, So I'm tired of feeling FOMO if I don't play games, for a certain interval because of all the crap that they do to keep you attached to games now. I want to play games like people used to play games back when, like, I don't know, the PlayStation 2 was the thing, or the PlayStation 3. You bought a game, you enjoyed it, you played until you didn't enjoy it anymore because you were either done with it or you just kind of had your fill with it and you moved on to something else. That's all I want to do. So, and I got a large backlog of fun games and great games coming in the future. So, yeah. So we'll see where that goes. Alright. Me yawning is officially a sign I need to stop streaming. So, alright. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for coming out, everybody. I greatly appreciate it. And you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Really? This song? Why is it always the comedy songs I get when I do my stream ends? I don't understand why. Baby. Anyways, it's a hilarious song though. I can't argue. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Nobody's going to understand what's going on because the Voz is not going to have the music. And that's what makes this great. Da, 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 da. Can you believe Ninja Sex Party has been at this for like 15 years? Or is it 10 years? I don't know. It's been a long time. It's kind of nuts. We can be alone as long as mom and dad are home. Welcome to my parents' house. King down